Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Cardano. Thank you for your support across the board here for CoinsKid. Okay, big thumbs up to each and every one of you that takes the time out to watch these videos. Like, comment, share, whatever it is that you do to participate in the growth of CoinsKid. Big thumbs up. Great. So Cardano picking up, obviously ran into a bit of a brick wall at the moment. It's having a bit of downwards pressure. That's hence that wick there. Do you see that? This is the weekly time frame, by the way. So this is the week. Okay, so you see the candle open there, and then you can see it's come up a bit, but it's having a bit of pressure. But right now, rest assured, you're above the previous all-time high. You're doing relatively well. You're above the EMAs as well, which is really good. You want to see that continuation above the EMAs right there, and you're just looking for a level of consolidation, to be honest with you, or just wait for Bitcoin to sort itself out. Okay, whatever Bitcoin's doing, obviously the market's going to follow. Some people say, why do you bother making these videos? Just make a Bitcoin video. But obviously you want to know what your project's doing as well, and a lot of people are not just necessarily invested in Bitcoin. That's why we do focus on other projects as well. Okay, and we try to keep everybody in the loop, and we're going to hopefully try and bring more projects to the table like we did before, but you can appreciate how busy we are at the moment, so we'll try and get more projects out to you, okay, and keep you updated with those particular projects. But right now Cardano is holding relatively well. It's relatively strong in the market right now. Is Cardano. It is in a level of resistance right now, and I'm going to show you exactly what that resistance is, but if in doubt, zoom out. This is where potentially we see Cardano get into in this bull run. Okay, buy and sell, buy and go to the beach effectively. Throw your phone in the bin. Don't look at the phone, and just look forward effectively. Look forward to the future and summer, and the great summer that we're going to have. Okay, with the release of the new smart contract platform and everything for Cardano is looking relatively healthy, isn't it? So it's all good. It's all good. So right now I'm just going to dive into the hourly time frame then for Cardano. So today then we have hit a bit of a brick wall for Cardano. You can see we failed to sort of get above that with any substance, really, that particular level of resistance, because if we had, we would have seen a march on. Yesterday I said it would break out and we'd come up here and test it as resistance, and that's exactly what we did. So that target was met from yesterday's video, okay, where we've actually come up and hit it. You can see we failed to get above it, so to speak. We failed to get above it, back test support, because if we had, I would have been looking at a $1.80 Cardano token right now. And you can see it's ran into a level of resistance, okay, so, and it's effectively rolling over. You're creating something called a double M top pattern just there. You've got this level of support in the middle. You can see at the moment, in recording this, you can see that Cardano is breaking down below that. It is being supported by the 55. Can you see the wick on the 55 at the moment? So that's relatively healthy, that it is finding that support. But there is a little bit of a breakdown in the market today, so do anticipate that we could potentially roll again. And I want to reassure you, it's not a bad thing, to be honest with you. If we did come down, as long as we didn't start making lower lows than this, obviously there is a little pattern that's emerging. This is emerging on a lot of projects. Okay, it's inverse head and shoulders right here, and it's a relatively good bullish continuation pattern. It's a reversal pattern. So right now you can see that if Cardano did lose the EMAs, if it did come down here and bounced off this as support, okay, which potentially it could do, I'm going to give you the target in a moment. If you did do something like that, come back up, look, you've got your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder, and it's a reversal pattern, just like I outlined yesterday, that if you get the break, okay, and you break that key level of resistance right there, you've got the breakout, and it's from there to there, like that, and this is where you could see a little pump up there to $2.08 for Cardano in this continuation pattern that it's got going on, because it is a bullish. You've effectively reversed at the moment. Okay, we do need to keep an eye on a few more signals to confirmation of that. Obviously we've got to break these levels of resistance right here, but you can see if you do start to break down again and lose the EMAs, as long as you hold the 138 and you're creating the same low as that, okay, you can effectively come down here, but as long as you don't lose this low. So if you start making a lower low than that, you're reversing this trend that you've got going on right now. So what you need to see for Cardano, obviously, if it does break down, hold that as support, come back up, break that as resistance, because if you do, you're looking at a nice upside to $2.08. Okay, do you see that? And at that point, you would get above that low, that high, which is effectively doing something like this. Do you see that? That's what you would be doing effectively. You're making higher highs and higher lows. Do you see that? So that's what you need to do. So this is why this is important, this break here. And if it does start to roll over and lose these EMAs, as long as you don't come down and you make a lower low than this particular level there, you're still in a recovery. You're in a reversal pattern, so to speak. Right, let's look. $1.05. As long as you don't come down and close below $1.05, you're still looking relatively healthy for continuation. So right now then we'll just have a quick look at this particular breakdown target of this double M top pattern, because obviously you've gone up like this. You see this, you've gone up, you've run out of steam effectively. You're creating a reversal pattern just there, and you can see you've already broke the level of support in the middle. So you're sort of closing below that support at the moment, the $1.52, which is the support, the neckline of this double end top pattern, because you've made a high, you've come down, you found a level of support, you've come back up and you made a lower high, so you're rolling over, okay? And if you lose the support in the middle and lose the EMAs especially, you're going to come back down to test another level of support, and right now you can see exactly where that is. That's at $1.38. So if we continue to roll over, this is where you see with Cardano come down and potentially come down to this $1.38, because you have got a breakdown target out of these patterns, okay, and you can see it's something like that. And look, boom, that's where it'd find that resistance, support, sorry, right down there if it was to roll over. So keep an eye on it. If it does get back above, then you're still painting that beautiful pattern, okay? You're still painting that inverse head and shoulders. So hopefully, you know, if Cardano does something like this and hugs it like that, look for the breakout of that, because you're looking at $2 Cardano. So that level of resistance right there, again I'll drop that in for you, is currently 158. So if you start to see Cardano close above 158 and back test the support, and you're starting to see the closes above this particular level of resistance right there for Cardano, then you're looking good for a bit of upside, okay? And I'll drop that target in again for you, from there to there, like that. And if you've seen the break, you'll be looking at a nice little pump for Cardano up there of about $2.05, okay? Drop that in, and from there, if it was to, always trade on confirmation of the break as well. So if you did start to see Cardano closing above $1.58, back testing the support and start to get a bit of a creep on, then you could potentially be looking at a lovely 30% trade upswing there for Cardano. And like I said to you, with that you would be above that high there, and you've effectively reversed the trend, because you've come down, you've made a low, you've made a high, a higher high, and then if you roll over again, you've made a higher low. Do you see that? And you've reversed. You're creating a new trend. It's all good. It's all golden. So yeah, keep an eye on those updates for Cardano there. I'll give you your price prediction targets there, and support and resistance. But stay strong, stay healthy, stay tuned, and it's all golden. I'll catch you tomorrow in another update for Cardano. Bye-bye.